Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here on your Monday. I'm Gina Bullard. We do have team coverage for you this morning as we are tracking freezing temperatures and some thick fog across the metro. Savannah Rudisell and Abigail James are checking in on conditions on both sides of the state line. But first, Storm Track 5 meteorologist Erin Little is tracking our forecast. And Erin, there's only some temperatures that are freezing, right?
All of our readings are in the lower 30s, close to that freezing mark for this morning. So we will be keeping a close eye on those pavement conditions. Speaking of the pavement, this is a live look just outside of our studios here in Fairway along Shawnee Mission Parkway. Can barely even see some of the incoming cars here this morning because the fog is so thick. We have a dense fog advisory posted not only for Kansas City. This extends west to Lawrence, east all the way through central Missouri, and then north towards the Missouri-Iowa border as well. Includes over 2 million within our viewing area, waking up with this very thick fog for this morning. And just to show you some of the newest numbers, all of our visibilities, the majority of them are less than half of a mile, and that's thick enough that it could certainly slow down some of your travel times. For the moment, most of our main thoroughfares are more wet than icy, but it's something we'll keep an eye on for you. That Storm Track 5 weather alert posted until noon today with this dense fog. We're going to look ahead to some sunshine when we'll finally see that return, and then tracking our next storm system here in minutes. Now, we're also keeping a close eye on your morning drive. Right now, no issues to report across the 435 loop, but I do want to show you a live look over the Grandview Triangle, Three Trails Crossing, one of the areas where if we were going to see icy conditions, we would probably see it this morning. But right now, everybody moving just fine. But again, extra time as you head out the door this morning. Gina, over to you.
We do have team coverage this morning. Our crews are out on both sides of the state line tracking that fog that Erin's talking about. Abigail James is live at the Jackson Curve in KCMO. But first, we want to check in with Savannah Rudisell, who is in Overland Park. Savannah, what are the conditions like where you are?
Yeah, Gina, we've seen those wet roads that Erin's talking about. Yet that fog that has the potential to freeze today could make things just a little bit dicey. But so far, we're overlooking I-35 here at 75th Street here in Overland Park, and the morning commute going pretty smooth so far. No wrecks as of yet. And as we've had a few more morning commuters get on the road here in the past hour, we've seen traffic moving just a little bit slower. Again, drivers getting along just fine, just keeping that extra space between you and the person in front of you, and driving safely here in just a little bit of fog. Probably within the last hour, if you've been with us at KCTV5 all morning, we've seen the fog lighten up just a little bit. It's not as quite as dense as what we saw around 4:30 or 5 o'clock, but still definitely pretty dense fog here this morning. It's probably going to cause a little bit of visibility issues for you. Again, we're out here in Overland Park, and any of those untreated surfaces might cause a little bit more of a problem for you. Again, I-35 move along just fine, but pay special attention to any of those roads that hadn't been hit from the snowplow from New Year's Day, or just don't have any ice down on them, because again, could see some icy conditions, may impact your drive time, maybe your first commute back into work in just a couple of days. Reporting live in Overland Park, Savannah Rudisell, KCTV5 News.
Yeah, that first day back for a lot of people, this could make it just a little bit harder. Thanks, Savannah. Now for a look at things on the Missouri side, let's check in with Abigail James, who's live right near Jackson Avenue and I-70. Good morning, Abigail.
Hey, good morning, Gina. Well, we got a view up here of I-70. We're up here on an overpass at 13th and Chestnut. And so far, so good out here this morning. This usually is an area where we tend to see accidents on days like this one. The fog is dense and visibility may be a couple hundred feet out from cars in this area, though we're definitely noticing the fog lifting in this particular area of the metro. Since our last hit just about 30 minutes ago, it kind of seems like the fog is rolling back in a little bit more. So it really kind of is hard to say. Since this is widespread, the case for everyone across the metro is going to be a little bit different. So if you're headed out for your morning commute, best advice is just get going a little bit earlier. There may also be some slick spots in areas this morning. We have been seeing a lot of salt trucks going up and down I-70 this morning. So definitely just give yourself some time and be careful out there today. Reporting live, Abigail James, KCTV5 News.
And you can get the latest on weather and road conditions by downloading the KCTV5 News app. It is free in the App Store.